Hello, hello, stampers. Welcome to Lori's Stamping Creations. I have 7 cards for my Sunday share card tonight, and I'll get into these 7 cards in just a minute, okay? I do like to do a recap from last week, though, each time I do this, and I want to announce the winner. So last week, this was one of my cards, and this received several votes as being your favorite. And the winner is Renee W. So I sent a message to Renee earlier today, and I am going to need your address, Renee. So if you could maybe send me a private message with your address so I can send you this card. Okay, once again, I did reach out to you earlier and send you a message. So thank you, Renee, and Renee W., and everybody else who voted last week. Okay, so we're going to proceed with these 7 cards. And once again, if you want to leave a comment of some sort or vote, you might get one of these cards next week in the mail from me. Okay, so we're going to get started with this Easter one. This will be card number 1 if you would like to vote. And we have, with these Easter products, they are in the Spring Mini Catalog, if you have that handy, on page 35. So I use the stamp set, the dies, and these little embellishments right here, and this wonderful paper. Excuse me. So this paper is foil, and it's heavy duty paper. I really like it. It's shiny and really, really pretty. Okay. And that paper is called Easter Joy 12 by 12. So a lot of those products on page 35 were included in this card. And I just love this little chocolate Easter bunny. And of course the eggs in the basket. But this basket is it's wonderful. The handle is actually bigger for a bigger basket, and I cut it down shorter for this particular card. All right, so this is card number 1 if you would like to vote. And again, you might be the winner of some Happy Mail. All right, now let's move on to card number 2. This is a very simple fun fold card, and I've made this before. I don't know the name of this fold. Extended panel maybe, because there's a panel that will extend your front and back. So, you know, it's a pretty common fun fold. But I used my favorite paper right now, which is Cute as a Bug. Okay, so with Cute as a Bug, let's see, I had it pulled out here. This is the paper that I used, the pattern, and I used this section here for the front of my card, and then I used this part here for the inside of my card. Okay, so very easy to cut these apart and use each one of these on your card designs. Okay, and again, it's my favorite paper right now. I think I'm working on 3 different packs of this Cute as a Bug DSP. So I do want to point out that if you like this card and you are the winner or whatever, you can make this be whatever card you want it to be. I left this inside. You can put a sentiment there, you know, happy birthday or whatever you want. I think it would be a cute anniversary because you've got like a couple of bugs here, and then you've got a couple of bugs on the inside, and it would just be a cute and whimsical happy anniversary. But like I said, if you vote for this card, you can make it anything you want if you are the winner. Okay, so that's card 2, as I mentioned. And then we recently had this at a class. Again, I'm using that Cute as a Bug paper for these 2 circle punches. And I used Stylish Shapes die for this white circle. And that really pretty old olive ruffled ribbon is very popular right now. Okay, this is card number 3. All right, and then card number 4. See, I told you I'm on a roll with that paper. Cute as a Bug. I used it again. These are just 3/4 of an inch strip, and I used 5 of them. And This I fussy cut. Like I said, well, maybe I didn't tell you. I did not get the stamp set and the dies yet. I still might get this bundle, but right now all I have is the paper. So there's a die that will cut that out, and since I don't have it yet, I fussy cut it. So who out there likes to fussy cut? Raise your hand if you like to fussy cut. And all that means is if we don't have a die or a punch for something, you have to fussy cut it out with your scissors the old-fashioned way. So anyway, just leave me a comment. Let me know yes or no if you like to fussy cut. But very simple. I use the Stylish Shapes dies again for this circle. This is card number 4. All right. And then this one, I actually cased this card, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. Sarah Douglas, the CEO of StampinUP, made a card very similar. Hers was like a note card size, and I made mine bigger, our standard size card. And I added a layer of Secret C, and then used these stamps. Oh, let's see, what did we use? Swirled Designs. So a lot of these images in this stamp, I made a collage look for that card. And like I said, I cased Sarah. And then this die right here for that gold piece. So very cool. This has been very popular at my classes recently. The girls really have liked this. But cloud cover and Secret C, and then of course the gold and white, basic white, is what I used for this. Card number 5. All right, now we are moving along to card number 6. This is actually a fun fold and very, very simple at that, okay? I use the Floral Charm, Floral Charms designer paper, and it's a 12 by 12 paper, but I cut it 6 by 6, and I'm going to leave this here if you want to take a picture of this, because thank you to my friend Nancy L. I don't say last names here, but Nancy L is a demonstrator friend of mine. And if you're out there, Nancy, thank you so much, because I saw this on Facebook and I cased your card idea that you did for your mystery stamping. So this is a 6 by 6 pattern, if you use that paper, and then you're going to cut 3/4 along the bottom, and then you've got 3 sections here. And you can see the dimensions. This is 2.5, 1 3/4, and 1 3/4. So go ahead and take a picture of this, because when you see how easy this card is, you are going to want to duplicate this. And again, it wasn't my idea, but I'm a good card caser. Okay, so this section in the middle, and then this is a separate section here, and a separate section here, and then you just fold back these 4 corners, if you will, and it gives, you can see 2 sides of the paper. Our paper, Stampin' Up's paper, is so beautiful. You know how we're kind of in a quandary because we never know which side of the paper to use. Well, this particular card design, you get to use both sides. Okay, and then that 3/4 strip that you cut off the bottom, you just make it to be inside your card. So you've got a little decoration here, and then, like I said, 1, 2, 3 separate pieces here. And I just added some of the Nested Essentials dies. So anyway, thank you again to my friend Nancy, because I really like this very simple card that looks so complex. All right, card number 6. That one was. All right, and last but not least, we are going to card number 7. I just made this card today. And this real pretty embossing folder at the top here, I think you can get it on March 3rd. But it's called Lazy Daisy 3D Embossing Folder with the online exclusives. Okay, and then I also used, for these 2 pieces here, I used the Scalloped Wishes dies which also will be available March 3rd, which is just in a couple days. Wow, it's March already. Can't hardly believe it. And then this paper, this real pretty paper across the bottom, comes from the Splash of Sparkles 12 by 12, which again is online exclusive. And you can see this pattern here is what I used, and the back side has real colorful pieces. I'll pull out some of these. Let's see, because they are, whoops, they are really cool. It's a, you know, some gold running through there, and, you know, lots of colors in the pack. And if you don't look at the online exclusives, you probably haven't seen these yet, but very cool, very cool. Look at this pattern here. Got some swirlies going through it and things like that. So again, that is Splash of Sparkles. And I really like the daisy embossing folder as well. I'll pull this up a little closer. And yes, I did fussy cut. We talked about fussy cutting. I cut 3 little flowers out of the bottom of this piece, and so I raised these up with dimensionals. But yeah, I love to fussy cut. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that's like me, but anyway. I blame that on my mom because growing up, she always, I don't really blame it on mom. I shouldn't say that. I have 2 sisters, and my mom always cut out paper dolls for us, and she loved to cut things, and we had a ton just because she would cut their clothes and everything like that. And I think my love of fussy cutting stemmed from my mother. So bless her heart. Anyway, okay, card number 7. So we'll bring them all back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, whoops, the fun fold's coming apart here, 2, and 1. So thank you so much for stopping by Lori's Stamping Creations. And I'm Lori Helvig, and I will be here next week, same time, same station. Have a good week. Bye-bye.